They announced the show, we talked about it. They announced some more news, we talked about it again. But boy, now we got a trailer and some more news. We gonna talk about this. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing you that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. And what is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we about to get into some cool on-screen update for you guys. And today we're going to be talking about none other than Black Lightning. That's right. See, there's a trailer and there's a little bit of a news drop for you guys. So I figured let's wrap. So the trailer has finally dropped. We got a chance to see it. We got a chance to talk about it. And I'm going to go in and just say it. The suit is not my favorite. I know I defended the suit. We talked about the suit. We were like, hey, I was like, hey, wait till we see it in motion. You never know what it's going to do. You never know what it's going to look like. Well, I'm not too keen on the suit. But beyond the suit, I'm head over heels for this show. Why? Because the largest thing about this is the family dynamic that I think is missing or lacking in the superhero genre. And I think this is a show that can really inject some heart into, a space that is normally not seen, when it comes to superheroism. You got, I guess Arrow, The Flash, you got the Legends, but none of them really have a wife and kids or a husband and kids or something like that to really deal with or try to raise or try to lead as the head of your household. And I just think that this will put a different spin and provide a very fresh lens to look through when it comes to being a hero and what a hero means and how that heroism affects everyone around you. And I think the powerful part about that is how great Black Lightning is as a father, because you're not getting a trailer narrated by him. You're getting a trailer narrated by his daughter, which I think means a lot, because that shows how much of an impact he's had on his family to have his daughter speak in such a way about him like this. And I think it's about time, like I said, that we had another Black family show. And this is another show about heroism, but through the lens of being a Black family. And I'm very interested to see how it's tackled, how it's handled, and how it's, how it's presented to us. Because from what we see in the trailer, it looks like they have a very great relationship, and that the daughter even says that he is hope personified. And you get words like that about a man that's been fighting the good fight and then broken down the way he is in the trailer. When you see him in a bathtub, it just really, you really get that sense of true stakes, and you really get that sense of someone who is just at the end of his rope and has to give it up for the sake of his family.
Girls need a father.
Baby, I promise. No more.
You take that, also adding in with the dynamic of someone who left the game a long time ago and unfortunately has to return due to different things going on in his surroundings. I think you have a great story of someone who not only has to be a father and has to raise these two young ladies who could be heroes themselves, but also protect them as their father, while he's also trying to look to change their world and make it better for them. And that really grabs me, man. It's dope. And I think this trailer shows not only a bunch of cool fight scenes, but also a very well-rounded and grounded family that is able to pull together and weather through the tough times. So that's how I'm feeling about that trailer. And the trailer, I'm very interested to see where this goes. I'm happy about it. I think it looks very cool, and I'm ready to sit down and see how this plays out on the screen. But before we move forward, because we got some news, I gotta remind you guys that I am on Black Hollywood Live. That's right, you can find me on the place where they do celebrity interviews, after shows, sports talk, geek, nerd, tech, all that, and you can find it on blackhollywoodlive.com. And once you check that out and want to keep up with them from week to week, you can check me there, all the other great, wonderful hosts there at youtube.com/blackhollywoodlive. So with the great news of the trailer, we might have some news that could or could not be great depending on your perspective. It's come out that Black Lightning is not going to be connected to the Arrowverse. Now, that seems strange to me because every other show that is on CW and from Berlanti Productions is under the Arrowverse. And this show, there are some pretty stark visual differences in the cast of the show, which would lead me to be like, I wonder why. But there are some other reasons. See, Black Lightning films in Atlanta, the other shows film in like Toronto or Vancouver or something like that. So there's a scheduling issue. And also maybe it's a situation where they want to establish Black Lightning on his own without using outside saviors or heroes' help. But there's also another weird side to that because that means we're not going to get a cool crossover with the other heroes. You know, we're not going to see, you know, Black Lightning with Diggle, or we're not going to see how Flash responds to someone else who kind of probably could interact with his electric, you know, I guess discharge in a very interesting way. And he'd never be able to meet Supergirl. So I'm not sure if I'm loving the fact that he's not in the Arrowverse or not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think that there's a lot of upside to it. You know, it helps distinguish him as someone who is the only person with powers, or it could be a hindrance because in a way, some people might not see it as legitimate as the other heroes because he's not, you know, inside that universe with everyone else. So I'm very interested to see what you guys think about him not being connected to the Arrowverse. Do you think it's kind of whack that he's not, you know, involved? Do you think that it's good that he's not? Are you hoping that maybe it's a situation where it's kind of like Supergirl, where she's not in the universe, but they can always cross to his, you know, Earth or whatever and make it happen, because maybe that's an opportunity as well. So you jump down in them comments, holla at me, I'ma holla at you. And before I bounce, I gotta tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check it out. Right there is my video from the oldest, the newest, the latest, the greatest, and all that. And then hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. And don't forget one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. On the real, there is no better way that I can tell people that you like what you are watching. And of course, my shout outs got to go to LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Man, Black Lightning got me hyped. I think it's going to be good. Peace.